Okay. All right. Good late Monday morning. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. I apologize about being a touch late. Those who are watching as I try sign into TradeGATEHub. For those that are watching live, I apologize about being tardy. I always make it up to you. For those that are not watching live and aren't on at 11:06 Eastern on a Monday morning, go to the Red YouTube channel. I'm sure the coach gave his Monday morning uh stream already 108 views. It's not even the ink isn't even dry, if you will. Bravo. And I don't blame everybody. It's a type of market where uh first of all, coach is seen it all. I don't think he would say that because he's very modest, but things are making more sense. Maybe not for the first 5-10 minutes, but certainly that's what I do. I'm going to watch Coach right here. So for those that are not watching live, go to our Red YouTube. Implore you to go to our Red YouTube channel. You'll also get an idea what we do. And by the way, you want to talk about this advanced trading here. You could watch me talk and also watch Coach's video that he gave before. So you can mute one of us or do both or whatever. But man, that's cool. Listen, I don't want to be dramatic. I hope my nephew's on here. To me, that's stock porn. That's brilliant. All right, let's get into Monday morning. I posted last evening. I wanted everybody to have a head start like I usually like to do. Sometimes all these, my information doesn't trickle in all at once. So I try to condense it and put it in. Okay, so good evening. As always, let's look at Lean's charts. There's a chart of the XBI. It's literally probably beside the semiconductor index, my favorite industry to trade. Thank God I'm not in any stubborn ones, or I'm not stubborn at all. I love it too. I'm watching it. There's been a lot of these micro deals and a lot of news. There's also a lot of fourth quarter, phase 3 and phase 2 readings coming out. I have chose posted them before for those binary bio guys. I get it. But there's a chart on the XBI, self-explanatory, same as a lot of them. Chart ITB, GLD, DXY, Lean. I'd like for you to go for you have to go over these already. Key events this week. Everybody's piling the uranium. It's incredible. I used to when I was younger. Everybody used to ask me what I thought about Apple or IBM. Now it's what if I like gold or uranium better. Uranium. Bank stocks falling to the lowest prices in 3 years. Even worse than the Silicon Valley bank loans. Worse. And they had a chance to you get the picture. Sentiment, fear, greed. Also, I posted worldwide sentiment, emerging markets, Europe. I'm sure oversold bounce coming. It looks like it. Market opened up this morning. Hope you guys read that one. Systematic flows, credit default swap. Okay, let me get into the over the weekend and what's driving the market. Period, and then we'll narrow in. Okay. All right. This is the issue. All right. The tightening of money. All right. Credit default swaps is what controls money. It's basically analogous to interest rates. I apologize if I'm off for any of those. We have a couple of PhDs on here. We do. So if I'm not accurate in that, it was a long time since I cheated on my economy exams or my economics exams in college. But I did pass them. At least I sat next to smart people. Okay. Short-term sentiment squeeze could be on again. Goldman positioning, VIX structure. This is also I'm not forgetting what I'm going to say. This is the playbook for me, at least the playlist. Earnings, obviously, Apple coming on Wednesday, near-term catalyst. We have the Fed on Wednesday. Apple is following on Thursday, which could be interesting. So listen, like I said, I'm like I'm day by day. I'm hour by hour. I don't want to seem like a piker, and I don't care. I've been in this business almost 30 years and trading at a high level. What's works for me works for me. I'm looking at some nice cars in the driveway. Nobody cares if I traded for an hour or a month or so, or traded how I did it. It's bottom line I did it. My job is to make money, not be right. And I didn't mean to be obnoxious. I mean, I should after if you do anything for 30 years with a passion, uh, uh, and do things at a high level, it's going to trickle down. TLT, Sharpies. Okay, I wanted to say this. All right. Right now, it seems like there's a problem underneath. Nobody really knows what it is. Maybe it's the government potential shutdown, or what's going on. Obviously, two wars, plural, going on with a chance of a third, all driven by money. And I wanted to say this, okay? Obviously, post reaction and post reaction to earnings, as we're seeing in Amazon and a couple of Amazon will lift the earnings, but the market was strong. We're yet to see if it's a product of the market or Amazon continuing to have good numbers. I digress. We'll go through the videotape in a second. All right, the bottom line is, when you see stocks like this on a daily on a chart basis, okay, you see Apple. Now, granted, it might have a day up. You see JP Morgan. Well, that's a minute chart. What am I doing? Apple, or here's JP Morgan. You see Apple. You see General Motors. You see Coca-Cola. You see, what else do I want to point out? Bristol Myers, Chevron, Texaco, Big Breed, Procter. I'm talking behemoths in, well, Procter's hanging on there. Big behemoths in every area. Now, it's not about the magnificent seven anymore, in my opinion. If you want to hear about or dissertate about the Magnificent Seven and how it was traded, go to that red YouTube channel and go to Coach. Coach trades those micro megas. That's what he does. He's also a high-level commodity guy. He's not in there trading, trying to corner the market in orange juice. Just like mega caps, he trades what's moving. So once again, bottom line is, my point is, the sharp guys don't think a lot of things are on value yet. You know what I mean? Nobody's dipping their toe in the water on a variety of sectors across the board until A, either Fed speaks, B, earnings abate, or maybe even seasonality, which I don't even know where it is at this point. It should be picking up a little bit at this point, beginning of November, if you will. So there's a lot of supply out there. Sharp guys, like I said, don't believe the dip and doesn't believe in the risk to take a shot here. Need more bearish positioning in order, or maybe even the VIX to pop a little more, in order for there to be more conviction to dip your toe in. You know what I mean? It's got to be. It's either has to be a little bit of more of a, I don't like using this word, bleed, or there's got to be an event that drives the bears to get completely bearish and be on the fence if something were to capitulate and not go their way. For now, with credit default swaps and the tightening of money, obviously everybody knows, with all the 3, 5, 10, 20, 30 year. I mean, I never quoted so many years in my life, decades with bonds. I mean, seriously. So obviously those are tantamount. The VIX. So until things financially start to abate on the longer term, yes, you can expect a squeeze. Yes, some things are working and there's rotation to go into. That's why the VIX is still not at 40, as Coach would probably say, if I know him, and I wouldn't argue. All right, so let's go to TGH right here. Okay. Earnings for the week. Okay, I posted all my trades. I can't really give it. It would be egregious and wrong for me to give any sort of opinion going past a day or two. I don't know what the Fed's going to say on Wednesday. I don't even know what the price action is going to do. A lot of things are mixed. I mean, Amazon's hanging in there. Microsoft is continuing to be the best. Google taking calls, but whatever. Apple, of course, comes out Thursday. What's going to happen there? Citibank, big deal. JP Morgan, who knows? All right, so JP Morgan maybe rallies to the 200-day. That might be 6%, but it's still, coming from 155. So I'm going bottom. I have some things I'm interested. Oh, how about this one? To go to TGH. Where is everybody? P-Rod, where are you? Alcoa had all the calls. Gold always posting. By the way, Gold is one of our high-level producers at Tradeview, and is humbled by the time he still has to post. Mohammed, thank you. Okay. ON Semiconductor. They have no ink. Look at this. ON. If you're not wrong, ON. If you're wrong, they're going to punish you. It had a little bounce. Where's ON? Bounce from what? They took it about 10:30, got everybody out. Then I bought AEHR goes with it. Now I'm long AEHR. There's my price right here, the freaking blue thing. I bought it 22.04. It's 22.70. Obviously, I could have sold it at 23.20 when this telecast comes. I think I have small, like 800 shares. but they're hurting it, and they're hurting AEHR, and they're even hurting those solars. FS Fizzler is still going down. SETG had a pause, and it looked like it was going to go. Hey, how about my EMPH making new lows? Run, still hurting it. They're punishing these things. Nerds went the other way. Nerds worked. Nerds Wallet, Square, PayPal. I believe I read an article. PayPal is at its IPO. PayPal, after everything that it's done and seen, pre, post, whatever COVID, blah blah blah. There it is. I believe it's at IPO lows, and if it's not, it's certainly going there. Good short I had today was Walgreens. I got out of it nicely, and I had a lot of it. Alex, I got out of it well. I kept pounding it, covering it, pounding it, covering it. My average, I got out of like 20.77. My average price was 21.42. And by the way, the stock was going down as the market was going up. Still a short. Walgreens, CVS, you putz. I covered that near the top. Because why, Mike V? I covered I took off the loser to hold the winner. Worked against me, but it usually doesn't, so I don't want to pontificate. All right, wise guys, what's going to happen now? All right, like I said before, go back and look at Coach. My greatest acumen, is obviously I'm not trying to be in an algorithm because I can't. But the faster the market, the better I am. It's the way it is. You know what I mean? When things trickle up and down like that, I get into trouble because that's when trading is against yourself. You're just creating something that's not there. Pardon me. So let's go see what the wise guys are doing. Share. What's wrong here? You share. Any questions while I do this? Let's look what they're doing here. Wise guys. Option flow tantamount after earnings for like Microsoft and Amazon, Apple, and Fed speak. Anything right here is, you want to play. But for those that want to step up, beware that can change quickly. And usually when you're wrong in the markets, they escalate way worse than when you're right. Just the way it is. It's unfortunate. Actually is unfortunate, but it's the way of the game. All right. Tesla bearish, overstock taking munchie, BE. This is the most important. Asher, China ETF seeing some more bull flow. K-Web likely still underwater. Okay, K-Web. All you have to do is know is K-Web. EDD, animal. JD, did that ever bounce and hold? Still yet to be determined. Baba. Baidu, Alexis was giving me this one. Says, I like Baidu. You did. So we'll look there. You want to play China. I don't know what to do with that thing. It's a bit hard enough as it is to be playing the Asher. Order flow, a little bit more activity than we're seeing most of the morning. Still notable activity, predominantly earnings positioning and name set the report. They're playing, you know what I mean? Instead of they're top bullish activity in overstocks, IMAX, overstock. And I want to say something else what might be going. I saw this TDOC. Somebody bought 1 million. I don't know if they like it that much or they just said enough is enough. I've been shorted since 500, but they bought 1 million share block. So I'd be aware of these stocks that are starting to squeeze, like those old ones, the TDOC, Zoom. Well, it kind of followed, came back typically, but I'll report those as the blocks come. EBIX, AMC, overstock. Keep in mind fear and greed index. Bristol Myers. What is going on here? I mean, normally you would say like this Bristol Myers and you would put Bristol Myers away and that would be it. Pfizer. No interest. Pfizer and Bristol Myers. 2 blue chips. But ABBV came back a little bit, Lewis, if you wanted to buy it. SNY got destroyed the other day with that deal, a little bounce. All right, XBI. I bought some. I'm in it. I'm dipping my toe in. Never made new lows. Came down with the volume. Maybe they flushed it out. I bought it today as well. Oh, am I showing charts? I apologize. I bought a little bit. All right. Any questions, guys? Listen, like I said, I wish I could offer more. Overstock, Bristol Myers, Dick's Sporting Goods stores. What's moving right here? I would be remiss if I didn't put the most active list up here. Most active. SoFi. Dip. SoFi. How you doing? I actually feel bad. I don't trade it. I don't like it. But for those that said SoFi, finally, they pegged it And it took them like a month and a half just to get out with one day. Boom. Ate the freaking 670, broken the gap, no interest. It's all over. That's, you want to talk about overhead supply now. So, that's what Square, you know what? So Square, same thing, Square. Overhead supply, I sold that dog. So happy I'm not in that. I really am. I'm generally happy I'm not in there. What else? Tesla, Soxel, okay, a bunch of NASDAQ, ETF, Amazon following through, TMF. Coach might have something to say. Planeteer, Advanced Micro, Mara, NVIDIA. Let's look at percentage gainers. Let's look at on the day. MGTX acting well. The other high too. MGTX 460, highs 540. Couple of bios, JKS, MLGO. Mike V's in that. It hit 565. I'm in that. Did I get printed? I'm in a lot of MLGO. I had an offer to sell, you bastard. Why do I like MLGO? It's a China stock and a low floater. Now we got it, I think. Whatever, I'm up in it now. So what am I looking on MLGO besides I need to get all giddy? And it goes back down to 3. All right, I'll sell somewhere. 442. It's a China stock at least. I know it's got the freaking the situation to move to 75. Even if it did, I doubt I'd be in it. But I'm in it. I'm aware of it. Whatever. Next. It's good to know though. XPO. Love the company. They battered it down with all the rest of the transports. Good company, man. Had a great chart the whole time. I was in this for the fun for a little bit. There's the weekly. XPO has a gap. Oh, like XPO. We'll see what happens. CSX. How about LUV also? CSX. LUV in the fund. I dipped in it. Very small. And it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. LUV. Pre-COVID lows. Like it never happened. Everybody traveling. Everybody in hotels. There's Hilton hotels on a weekly. There's people in Marriott. Everything like that. They have no interest. It's incredible. What else am I looking at? Alcoa. All those options panned out. Fact. They were pounding them. It's saying it's, All right. Woof. Z-Lab. KC in the Sunshine Band. China coming up a little bit. No interest. BEKE took some calls a little bit. No interest. Okay, let's look at the losers today. Those are the gainers. Look, it's today's losers. It's got to be AHR and ON, right? AHR, ON. Sava gave it all back. Fin, UVIX right near the lows. That's nice to know. Ooh, actually, that's way off. No, 39. Hold on a second. That is off the lows. That's okay. Fisker, crushed. The opposite. Oh, Tesla UNG did not work. What am I going to do here? Fuckers. The Widowmaker. They call UNG the Widowmaker. I've seen people cry in that stock. NXPI down. So these are the group that goes with OEM stocks. AHR, TECK, LNTH. I know LNTH is a bio. EMPH, NXPI, Fizzler's down still. ACMR gave it all back. Let's look at what's gaining, what's losing in the past 15 minutes. Soxel, what's gaining in the last 15 minutes? Any of my Vs? Nope, they're bouncing. The VIX market's pulling back a little bit, so I got to go. All right, with that being said, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Naturally, we bit this started. All right, so listen, more than ever, you have to know what type of trader you are. There's what's happening until maybe 2 p.m. when the overnighters step in. There's Fed Speak Wednesdays, there's Apple Thursdays, a ton of earnings, which I'm going to be posting. If not, I posted it already. I believe I posted it twice. Thank you for Percy for posting it. So, stay lean and mean. Know what you're doing. I'll post levels. Any questions I'll take after. And until then, you don't have to be a hero. 1 minute, guys. Overstock, Coach. Coach, very good. Coach has already given me the thumbs up. I can run amok and he's already telling me the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Wise guys. I can't help but stop. Wise guys. Overstock. BE. Asher. Same stuff. No, it's not. GEHC, Tesla puts, Figs bearish, Apple bearish, Chewy, XHB. It's overstock. We'll see what happens there. Okay, guys. Until then, cheers. TGH. on all week. I'll be on tomorrow with Coach, as usual, at 11. So we appreciate you being in. Questions, comments, and complaints always welcome. Paul, let it fly. To the rest of you, it was an honor. Stay in the room.